Hey guys, so I got a little bit of a special video to show you guys. Yesterday I managed to get a hold of the Halo online files thanks to Lord Zedd and Gamecheat13. So today I actually found out that someone had made a loader, because essentially if you try to run the game it won't load. The main menu map doesn't work, or it just kicks you out. It's really weird. So a guy actually made a loader on GitHub. It's called Halo Online Loader. And essentially what it does is it lets you load up all the maps. So here's the first one. We're going to try out Guardian. As you can see, it's pretty close to the original. It does feature kind of like the Halo 4-esque weapons and armors. In addition, I was noticing that there's no equipment. As you can see, things still explode where they normally do, and weapon placements are the same. But there is no equipment. They do have the capture the flag and the bomb plant posts, in addition to capture the flag. What is it? Land grab? No, it's called something else. But they have like the positions are showing up on the map. So essentially, it means that I'm going to assume that these game modes are going to be in the game. It would only make sense why they'd still be in there. However, there is a lot of unused stuff in the game. I was looking through the data files yesterday, and I was finding files for Halo 3 ODST, in addition to Forge, which I doubt will be in the game, but you know, it was in there. So we're taking a look at all the weapons. As you can see, they function the same. It's essentially Halo 3 ported. You can't actually pick up the oh my god, how can I forget the name of that? Armor? I don't even remember. Invisibility also didn't show up on the map where it normally used to. Or actually, it wasn't even on this map at all. So I found that was kind of weird. And as you can see, I kind of go to the areas where there's equipment, or usually, because normally there's a bubble shield right up there on the left, and instead, I don't know if I make the jump there. No, I don't. I'm just testing out the main cannon, see if they actually work. And they do. As you can see, the invisibility isn't there, and armor, equipment, sorry, is also not on the map. Instead, it's been replaced with ammo. Now there I was trying to figure out what that sound was, and I found out how to switch grenades, because I realized I hadn't tested those yet. And then I essentially pressed every button on my keyboard to figure it out, because the menus are actually in Russian, at least for right here. I've been trying to get it into English. I don't know why it won't go into English, seeing as like the menus shown off in the trailer were all in English, and I know it can handle English, and it even has German, French, German, French, English, German, French, Spanish. Those are the ones I can remember it had. I'm just playing around with the brute shot a little bit. And then I figured out, I wondered if I could still kill those things, and matter of fact, you can. And it's also kind of weird because it's got sprint in here. So it's like playing Halo 3 with a limited sprint. And I have to find the sniper rifle that I dropped. There it is. So ignore my horrible shooting here. It's kind of hard because it was a little laggy for me. Surprisingly, I thought my PC would actually be able to handle this. But you can actually kill them, and they break apart into beautiful little bits. And now for our next map, it's actually Valhalla. It's, again, just like Guardian. It's exactly the same as you remember it. All it does is it actually has just new models. The missile pod actually looks pretty similar. I don't think they touched that much. But like Mongooses, Warthogs, Banshees, Wraiths, the models have all been changed on these. I go around just playing with that. In addition, same as Guardian, there is no equipment that no longer exists. Again, weapon placements in the same spot. You can see there's also the bomb planting areas, which kind of makes you think that these game modes will be supported. And the Banshee works exactly as you remember it. It's actually just left and right click and then spacebar, and with your WASD keys to determine how you want to spin or flip and whatnot. But no, I mean other than the models changing, the map is exactly the same. It's a direct port from Halo 3, which nothing wrong with that. The only thing I'd worry about is the microtransactions that have been shown off, and unfortunately I was hoping I could open the main menu so I could look at that more, Can't actually get into that right now, but that would be definitely something I'd worry about, this game being pay to win, seeing as it's got the ability to, you can purchase your armor with real world money. You actually rent the guns with both in-game cash and real world money. However, there was some weapons where in-game cash, there was like a really powerful weapon apparently, or at least it has better stats than all the other previous variants of it, and it's like 100 and something thousand silver, which is like the in-game currency. But for gold, it was like maybe 100 or so. But you only rent it for a period of time, so you actually lose it at the end anyway, which is that's kind of it's a little sketchy. I mean, it's great to be playing Halo 3 on PC, even though I'm alone. And I think it's great that they ported. I mean, they decided to do Halo 3 rather than Halo 4. Or I mean, I would have been happy with Reach. But no, it plays just like Halo 3. Just a little bit of changes. Now, I thought there was a Spartan laser on this map, and I might be wrong. I was looking for it, but I couldn't quite remember. Decided to also check out the turrets. Again, it's just updated model, possibly sound. Particles, I'm pretty sure, are the same. In addition, you'll notice that there's actually a little bar. It's got 3 out of 2. It's like, so 3/5 of the way filled up at the bottom of my HUD. Still not sure what that does. It starts off with nothing filled and it only goes up to 3/5, so I'm not entirely sure what that's used for. It's definitely not the sprint bar, since that's when you're not on a vehicle. It shows up on your left side, on your next to your mini map. I'm just driving around checking out the Pelican. Looks exactly the same as I remember it. And I also figured out how to crouch right there too. It's either shift or control. I think it's shift. Next up, we got another Halo 3 map. Actually, this is Avalanche. Now, it's not as you remembered though. This one is it's been completely reskinned. Maybe I guess edited. I can't even say reskinned, but it's definitely based on Avalanche. It's got, except I don't remember. Were those on Avalanche? I don't think they were. Maybe they were. It's been so long since I played Halo 3. Of course, I tried to kill the wildlife, and I don't think that worked in here. There was another map I tried to do that too. It doesn't seem to work either, so I'm not sure if I'm just really bad at aiming or you can't actually kill them. However, this is definitely it's based on Avalanche. However, it's no longer that snowy theme. It's kind of the more desert look to it. Again, weapons, main cannons, everything is in the exact same place you'd remember it. The Hornets, I played with these. I figured out how to go up. I still don't really know how to go down. I think you just look down and go forward. Spacebar makes you go directly up, so I was thinking there was a key to go down. I couldn't really quite figure it out. Also, just the first time we're going to try out the rocket launcher, which works well. I didn't actually try out the man cannons on this map, like I probably should have. I tried out one near the bases, but not those ones on the side. I'm sure they work fine. Just as remember, I mean, it's the same engine. Also, notice the Lethbridge logo on there. That was from Halo 5. I can't remember what map, but I definitely remember that being from that. And here's where I try to figure out how to get down. Accidentally exit. And you do lose shields, which I noticed that. In Halo 3, there was no fall damage. So there is fall damage in this game, or at least somewhat. I was surprised I lived. I'm pretty sure if Halo 4 on that height, I probably would have died. I also decided to see if I was going to be able to fly the map. They do have boundaries set on it, like I should have figured. And the turning radius is kind of it's kind of sharp. You kind of have to go backwards when you're turning to get kind of more a tighter angle. Also checking out the inside here, which I remember there was a screenshot that was really popular on Halo 3. It was a guy wearing recon with a sword. He was kind of posed back in this area with like a blue glow kind of. I forgot the name of it too, but I remember that was a really popular image from Halo 3 on the file share. In addition, I found the Spartan Laser. We get to play with this thing. Again, same as all the other weapons, it's essentially slight edits to it. I didn't actually test out the ghost. See, I sit there and look at the little water effect. I didn't try out the ghost. I just now realized that. Oh well. There's worse things in life, I guess. Now we're gonna take out a brute chopper with this thing. Give it a whirl. So I mean, this game is, besides the sounds and the models and some of the looks, I mean, it is Halo 3 at its core. And now onto our fourth map, which is called Turf. I believe this is a map from Halo 2 or 1 or 2. I think 2. I want to guess, because it seems like it's been a map that's been out before. And I say that simply because there was a video I saw of a guy doing a super jump just like a few minutes ago. I was checking out to see if anyone else had tried out the Halo loader, online loader. Again, I'm not entirely sure. I barely played Halo 2, to be honest with you. But no, this is a really close quarter map. With sprinting, it kind of feels weird to play Halo 3 with the sprint. Like, for example, Guardian. That was weird. Because you could just move around so fast. You can make so many jumps now that normally you wouldn't be able to do. Test it out, looking around. I didn't pick up that plasma pistol, but I assume it's about the same as the original. Again, I was noticing there's capture points and such, so it makes it seem like these maps are definitely set up for it. This is just essentially a fairly small map. I guess it only has one Warthog on it, maybe two from what I can see. There's also this flying around, this Hornet. Kind of reminds you of, well, I cannot even think of the name, from Halo 4. There was a map where there's a similar thing going on out in like the distance. Of course, you can't actually damage it whatsoever. And I'm just gonna take a look at the rest of the map here. It's definitely an interesting map. I believe the max amount of players for the game is 16. I'm not entirely sure on that, and I doubt this map supports that. Extremely doubt it. It's probably a 4v4 map, more or less. And oh yeah, in addition, I was seeing there was infection game code, or at least tags for it, which was either because it was ported directly from Halo 3, or that actually exists in this game. Seeing as they have, it looks like they're compatible. Yeah, they're definitely compatible with other game modes. Seeing as they have the bomb capture plants, capture the flag points and such. Infection might also be in this game as well. Also taking a look at the trash there. I believe that's from Halo 3. I believe it. And the only reason I know that is because I was going through texture files of Halo 3 the other week, and I needed some textures from the game. And that's the only reason I know. Anyway, we're going to be on to our next map here. Now, when I first loaded in to this map, I thought it was cold storage. I seriously thought it was a cold storage remake. And it's not. This is a fully symmetrical map. Again, quite small. Probably more for a 4v4 kind of feel. It's got lifts on all sides. On one of the sides, it's got this, which it's got the little Sentinel guys from Halo 2, I believe is where they're from. Even though they do give you red reticules on like some of the closer ones, you can't actually kill them. I was trying, and it didn't seem like anything I was doing was damaging them. And then we're going to head around over to the other side here. At this point, I was still trying to figure out if it was cold storage. Here it was like, okay, it's definitely not. It's just parts of it kind of reminded me of it. I got that feel at first. And over here on this other side, we got a great view. Much better than the other one, I would say. A nice little valley. Again, it's kind of the Forerunner style. It's definitely the Halo 4 style. Also, the energy sword spawns over here, which is just the same. It also works with Q and B buttons, or the melee attacks, I believe, or it's V, Q and V. So those also will work with the swords. Also, there's again another main cannon, or lift, I guess you'd say. As you can see, it's a fairly small map. You can navigate yourself around it fairly quickly. And we'll go check the center out, which is where the rocket launcher actually spawns. Right there. And yet, it's kind of weird because the menus are all in Russian. At least when you hit escape and make changes to your game, or changes to your settings. However, all the like saying when you picked up a rocket launcher, and I'm assuming when you die and such, it tells you it says that in English, which I thought was kind of weird. How it's in 2 different languages there. Again, this might change. These things may change when the actual alpha. It's either an alpha or beta right now. Gets released. I don't know if this is the actual one that will be released. Most likely there will be some changes. And we'll be on to our final map here, which is somewhat of a disappointment. This is called Reactor, and I believe this is the one we saw in the trailer with, like, the 3 reactors. There's also like a scene of a wall with like 2 Spartans in front of it with a warthog. This is all you see when you load the map. Now it's moving, and I sit there and try to make changes to it, but this is it. This is all we can play of it, I guess, or I'm not sure what's either the map's not set up properly, or the loaders just won't work with it. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more videos, I'll be trying to upload more as I get them. I've already signed up for the beta, so we'll see, or the alpha or whatever it's in. I can't really tell because it's in Russian.